Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, Honestly, these past few days I was out of topics. What should I tell you much, but I, you know, as I walk, I always got this type of inspiration to continue this adventure, and it came to my mind to tell you a topic which I think I never mentioned much in my channel. Maybe I mentioned, but not much. But I guess it's gonna be a bit interesting. Um, it's about my previous job in Sydney um, as a security guard. Um, and I want to cover this topic much because in the end I want to give you some sort of advice, based from my experience and how to find a good job, in Sydney, uh, or in general, how to find a good job uh, in life, and what is the most important step, so it's a bit hot today, sorry, some flies roaming around, and with that being said, I want to start by saying that um, my previous job in Sydney was a security officer or security guard. I started this job in June 2021. If you have a search in my channel in the year 2021, you didn't see much videos because I was busy that time and I had some tight schedule. But now my life, it's very simple, so that's why I got to the point to tell you very relaxed about this story, my experience, and based from my experience, how to find a good job, what is the most important aspects in finding a good job, like work-life balance, things like that. So, first time I worked in this job for almost 2 years. Started in June 2021 and ending in December 2022. So almost 2 years. And first time was fun. I worked as a security guard. That time, everyone knows COVID was in the crazy times. The system that when people came into Australia and had to go to some quarantine process, like they stay in the hotels for 2 weeks. They had to check in the hotel, staying for 2 weeks, like making sure nothing is suspect about this virus, which in my opinion, and everyone's opinion, it was all a lie. But anyway, doesn't matter much, just to tell you, this type of job I was involved in that time. I was working as a security guard in quarantine hotels in Sydney, in many hotels, and with that being said, I just want to show you, first of all, the locations I worked that time, back in 2021. My job was consists, my security job was consists in parts, you know, like I work for many companies. Um, so first part was the hotels. I used to work in many hotels in Sydney as a security guard. I worked a tight schedule, like 12 hours, even every day, which was crazy. And I worked like from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., something like that. And I used to work with many colleagues. Was a teamwork, and had to report, you know, making sure everyone not to exit their rooms. You know, it was kind of same like a prison. Let's say a prison, but just like part of the job, if you know what I mean. And yeah, anyway, so with that being said, just a quick intro, you know. So first time I was working in hotels, and after the second part of my job was in many type of things, like security guard in nightclubs. Then I used to work for some part, like let's say 2 months in mall as a security guard in mall. Then I worked also in hospital 1 month, and then the final part was in airport security, checking baggage. And that was consisting my job. And for now, you know, to show you I think the interesting part of this story, it's gonna be like episodes or parts, so it's gonna be a bit in pieces. After this quick intro, now I want to show you step by step, you know, the hotels I used to work. So first part of my job, of my security job, was in hotels. So now I want to show you the hotels I used to work in Sydney, pieces by pieces, in many videos in time. So hope you enjoy it. Okay guys, so we are in Mascot. So first locations of my security job was in Mascot. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? So here, this is the hotel I used to work. Actually the first hotel ever in this security job. As you can see, it's Adina Hotel. So I used to work here. I'm just gonna show you the exterior, you know. So first hotel, you know, was very nice here. I used to work, actually it was one of the hotels I used to like working on. It was kind of like, let's cross the road. So I'm gonna show you in the distance, you know. It was one of the hotels I used to working on here. It was kind of like quiet, you know, and kind of like good for you know. Let's cross the road. Yeah, it was kind of the quiet ones. Not too much stress working on in this hotel. So Adina Hotel, very nice. Let me get something so you can see better. So yeah, That's the hotel I used to work on first time. It was one of the quiet hotels, the quiet ones, you know, very relaxing, very peaceful to work on here. Used to like working in this hotel. And now another hotel very close by I worked on. Actually gonna had to go that way. Alright, Adina, right? Very nice. First hotel I used to work on. Okay. Alright. Alright, so the next hotel was Pullman. That hotel over there. This one, I have to tell you, I hate it. I hate working on, because if I tell you a event, you won't believe it. So I was working with police, because security always was working with police, giving details about the events, occur events, etc. So I was working in this hotel, Pullman, back in 2021, and I had an event which was kind of unusual and kind of dangerous, you know. The security guards were not allowed to be in lifts with the guests when they came to check in the hotels, and were not allowed to be in a way of close to them. So what happened, I was on my break that time. I was on my break, right? I was on my break, and I had to go for lunch to eat something. And when I came back to my job position, I had to go through the lift, because I worked upstairs, upper floors. And suddenly a police officer with a guest was actually going out from the lift, and I was caught, you know. I was kind of very unusual, like police try to see like what I'm doing here, you know, things like that. I was kind of harassed, you know, to be honest with you, not in a very good position, like unfair, like, you know. And I was really hate this place, you know, Pullman. And kind of like asking me questions, the police, why I was not in the job position. I explained to them that I was on a break, blah blah blah. And then I don't know what happened, and after that let him easy for a while. It was crazy times, you know. Even though it was a good job, it was crazy, because as we believed in that fake thing, you know, you could be in trouble, you know, because like if you did a mistake in that job, you could lose not only your job, but even your freedom, you know. I was almost to get arrested, you know, but I managed to, you know, like says, okay, whatever. And yeah, kind of hated that hotel, to be honest with you. So I tried to request the manager to transfer me, to not give me any contracts, any shifts to that hotel, because of that event. So it happened, it was good, and yeah, that was the, let's say, the event. And now we headed to the next hotel, the last hotel, into this Mascot area I used to work on. It's gonna be next. Stay tuned. And the last one, Stamford. This big hotel. Let's close by. So here in this hotel actually was the one of the hotels I used to actually remember, you know, like the iconic hotels I used to accommodate well in my job. Not say like it, but I used to accommodate very well. Like, let's say the most popular, the most hotel I remember in many hotels I used to work on in this job. So here, see, very big. Yeah, I used to work here for like quite a long time, like pretty much covered the 2021. And I used to work here, and I used to get familiar a lot with the floors, the locations where I was positioned to work on, because the only thing that I had to do was just like sitting on a chair in the middle of the floor next to the escalators, and all I had to do is just like had a radio near me, a bottle of water, some wipes, and of course the mask, you know. Here is also close to the airport, so a lot of, oh, I missed that plane. So a lot of traffic was inside this hotel. That's why it was a long cover time. Stamford, right? In Mascot area. It was a very nice hotel. A lot of glooming lights inside. Was really nice working on there. And yes, it was a nice experience in the first time working this job, and actually my main first job in my life. So yeah guys, so with that being said, yeah, that's the hotel. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. I guess, and I hope will be an interesting topic. And next part I will show you the next series of hotels I used to work on, but this time in another area, which is Sydney CBD. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and hope to see you next time. Have a good day.